Trev. How's it going, brother?
I'm doing well, doing well.
How you enjoying the game so far
How you
tonight?
doing?
I'm good. I'm good. It's a little bit of a low scoring game, low event hockey right now, but you know, considering I think the Canucks will probably take a 1-0 score at this point. Do you think so?
Yeah, I mean, we should be losing by more, to be honest. The couple penalties, JT Miller should have scored in the first period. So I mean, what else could a 1-0? They haven't. Vancouver has not played well yet. I don't know if I'm going to give credit to the Rangers for being great, but it's like we don't look like we found our game yet. So it's been frustrating to watch. Like that second period, I'm like, seriously, do something.
Yeah. Gotta get your stick out to poke someone with it.
Yeah.
So I got a bunch of questions for you. So I was watching your stream the other night, and I've got my problems with Kane. I think everyone does. But yet again tonight, he takes another penalty in the offensive zone. Is there something you can say to a veteran player like him to be like, dude, just keep your stick on the ice? Like, what do we have to do to talk to Kane to prevent him from doing that? Because every time he does that, obviously it ruins any momentum the Canucks would have.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This just in, everyone. This is what he does. I don't understand. Like, I'm gonna make a video about it tonight. I already ranted about it last video, last post game, but like, this is the thing that I was worried about when we got him. It's like, okay, so he's taken bad penalties his entire career, and we loved it when he did that against the Oiler, when he was the Oiler guy, and we're playing against him. But now here we are, and it's like, hi, he's going to be different for us. No, he's not. So it's been really frustrating, honestly. It's so maddening, and I get why Canucks fans are mad. It makes all the sense in the world to me. But you got to take the good with the bad. The problem is there hasn't been much good. So it's just bad so far. And everyone's like, let's trade him. And it's like, why did we get him in the first place? That is the bigger question. I'm telling you right now, like, if this Pettersson contract does not pan out, this could be the worst management we've ever had. Right? So add Kane to that if he does not pan out. And I know I'm being really negative right now, but I'm just being honest about if that's the case. So I get why fans are mad. I like Kane's physicality. I like his grit. I like that he has some offensive upside, but he's not like, I don't know. I mean, he's not an all-star. I don't know. What do you think, Russ? Like, what can you do with a guy that has traditionally done this his entire career?
I think if you deploy him in a third line role, I think that's the best situation. But that obviously then requires the Canucks to have some more players in the lineup to fill out that top six. But I think I wish it was Patrick Kane, Evander Kane in a third line role with maybe a little bit of second power play time. Like, we're talking like 15, 16 minutes max for him. I think that might be better because I feel like a lot of the time when he takes these penalties, he's probably tired. He's trying to prevent something from happening. But the other thing is usually those penalties are happening in the offensive zone. So I don't think there's much you can do. But I think when we got him, I was like, as long as he's on the third line. But right now with all the injuries to a bunch of the top six, suddenly he's playing in top minutes in the top six. And so that's probably tougher for him with his old legs, right? So the other one I wanted to ask you about tonight was Drew O'Connor, because he's another big body. He seems to have some of the worst hands in the world. But the other night, not as much tonight, but he seemed to be more of a playmaker, which I think might be the perfect role for him because he's the kind of guy you want to see dig the puck out of the corner and set people up. Have you been liking that third line with him on it with Sherwood and Ratu?
You know what? I have been, but like in the second period, I was not impressed. So I'm like, it's like they can't. You know who he reminds me of tonight? Mikheyev. It's like, dude, you've got hands of stone right now. I am literally, this is negative Rev Trev. Okay. So I like Drew O'Connor's speed. I just think, like, I was shocked that we signed him, like, right away. We didn't let him play. But we're like, hey, we're going to sign him to this contract. It's like, okay. Now, it's the whole Pittsburgh connection. And I'm like, Rutherford believes in this guy. Apparently, he sees something. But his speed is very good. And I think that's why they're like, you know what? He might not have the greatest hands, but he's going to cause problems with that speed. And I do like that idea. I just think that we need to promote Sherwood. This guy is getting buried on these lines, and he's the heart and soul of this team right now. Him and Garland, for sure, are the heart and soul of this team. So I don't know if it's Drew O'Connor. Drew O'Connor's okay. Sometimes what I worry about Drew O'Connor is he's just another Jag. Just another guy. Sorry, just another gag. And then I repeated myself. Okay, if he's a Jag, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
Right? You gotta eventually score some points. You gotta get that secondary scoring especially when your top guys are struggling. And then you have value. And so, like, what's the realistic expectation for his point total or goal total this year? And it's low. It's low. And I get it. He's third line. Lots of times he's on the fourth line. I'm okay if he's on the fourth line. It's when he starts getting higher, and it's just like, are you gonna score or what? I know that every team's trying to win. I understand every team has players that are NHL caliber players, but I mean, you got paid to produce, and I would like to see more out of Drew. And I think he's got another gear, especially offensively, that he could contribute a little bit more. I'm not asking for, 20 goals this season. I mean, I feel like at this age, 10 would be awesome. I can't even remember what he's. I'll look it up while we're talking here. But
well, I mean, maybe I think the only way he gets 10 goals if the Canucks can manage to bank the puck off him. Like if he's standing in front of the net, they can just use him like a backboard, because then technically he would be his goal, right?
Yeah,
because I don't like.
And I mean, the most goals he scored in a season is 16. That was with Pittsburgh in 23-24. But it's like 10, 6, 4. He scored 4 with Vancouver and played 31 games, right? So let's just say double that. He should be scoring 10 to 12 goals a year minimum, right?
Yeah, I agree with that. So one of the bright spots I would say from tonight's game, I mean, not great that it's happening now, but with all the damage to the defense, we got Tom Wielander making his NHL debut. Didn't get a whole lot of time in that first period. Did get a little wink on that second power play unit. What have you been liking about Wielander's game so far tonight?
Yeah, so I'm loving this story. I'm loving that he's getting an opportunity. Obviously, I'm not loving the injury part. But what I loved about watching him tonight, and he's been noticeable, first of all. Second of all, his offensive upside, of course, this is why we drafted him in the first round. He better have offensive upside. But there's something to him. It's like, I just feel like there was a couple times like, ooh, he could score here or get a really nice assist. And I'm like, that is the guy. Like, this is the dream with Wielander, is that he replaces Hronek, right? That's the dream. That's the dream. He might be only a second line right-handed shot defenseman, which is still good. But that's the dream. Like, we want this guy in a number one power play unit and just ripping the puck and making great passes. And you can see glimpses of that already. And it's like, dude, he just played on the college team. He's just played in Abbotsford, and they're like, he's playing really good there. Oh, by the way, hey, do you want to play tonight? It's like, okay. And all of a sudden it's like, here he is. And it's like, hey man, this is my opportunity. So I'm looking forward to that.
I do feel a little bad for Kudryavtsev because he does get called up and he's just essentially been sitting on the bench. But I would point out that Wielander did get called up last week. He didn't play, but he was with the team. So I think what I heard is the Canucks like to bring up the young guys so they can just spend some time with the boys and kind of get the vibe of the room and the practices and stuff. So probably this is what they're doing with Kudryavtsev right now. He did play a little bit last year, but you might see him maybe get sent back down once they bring back one of these defensemen and then bring him up later on once they need another defenseman. So probably just getting his feet wet right now from the press box. Big game tonight, obviously, for a bunch of reasons. Carson Soucy back, getting absolutely ignored by the media in the pregame. But JT Miller back in the building getting his tribute. I thought maybe he was getting a little teary-eyed when he was watching that, but obviously Vancouver as a city means a lot to him and his family, this team. He put his heart, soul, and blood and tears on the ice for this team. What do you fondly remember about JT Miller's time with the Vancouver Canucks?
Game 5 against the Oilers, I was in the building and I needed to hit a ferry. The weather was horrible. They were saying, we're not staying for overtime. You got to make a decision. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, we got to score. And my buddy's like, so we going to get a hotel room or are we going back early? And I'm like, I think we're scoring. I got this feeling. And next thing you know, JT Miller comes down and gets the goal and the place erupts. And it was magical. It was like, that's why you watch hockey. It's not like Bure versus, Bure versus Mike Vernon in Game 7. It's not that, but it's playoff. It's a winner. It was awesome. The other thing that I will always remember about JT Miller, and I say it all the time, he plays playoff hockey in the preseason, in the regular season, and the postseason. Those are the kind of players I like watching. That's why everyone loves Kiefer Sherwood. He plays playoff hockey every single night. And I miss that about JT a lot. And those are the things I'm going to remember the most. I know other people are really negative about JT and are glad he's gone. I'm like, and I don't know, man. All I know was he was our highest scoring forward before he got traded. He still ended up with it's like, are you kidding me? Like, he would have still been our highest scoring forward last season, and so it's hard to replace that, and we're seeing that. And I don't understand why we traded for Hedel when we knew his injury history, but I like Hedel, like healthy Hedel. I like him, but I just think it was crazy. So JT Miller, I have lots of things I could talk about him. But, he's gone. I got to get over it. I miss him. I was supposed to go to the game tonight. I was going to wear 3 different Miller jerseys tonight, each one for each Canucks one. All I needed was the white one. I have the black one, as I'm wearing right now. I've got the blue one. I was trying to find a white one. I was going to go tonight, but it didn't end up working out. So, those are some things I remember.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because there have been a few players over the years, like the Pavlov Burries, that kind of thing, where the end of their tenure with the Canucks didn't go so smoothly, but at the end of the day, years from now, I don't think there's going to be any Canucks fans that are going to look back on JT Miller's time as a Vancouver Canuck with anything but joyful memories, because those are some big goals he scored for us in the playoffs. And so I think this team is sorely missing that right now, with obviously the center depth being tested mightily, with Reichel coming in from Chicago to fill in that second line role. What do the Canucks need to do in this third period to get some more shots? Because right now they're still only sitting on, I think, 11 shots for the entire game. What can they do to break through that really tough defensive structure that the Rangers have been showing in their slot so far tonight?
I mean, it's not just getting pucks on net, as you know. It is also quality chances, and that's where I don't know, is the Rangers, playing that well defensively? I just think that we haven't hit our groove yet. The passes don't seem to be tape to tape, and everything. It's a lot of fight. It's a lot of battles in the board. Actually, speaking of that, Brock Besser, he's a lot better on the boards than people think. But we need like Reichel should have at least a goal tonight, if not 2. He has been fantastic, and I just want him to score so bad. I'm loving everything about this Reichel story. I'm hoping, I got this weird thing right now, Russ, that I'm like sitting there going, I don't know what, I just have this weird idea that he's gonna like change the franchise, but he's not. Like, that's the kind of excitement I have, and it's like delusional. I get it. But like, this guy's 23 years old, has that kind of speed, and it's like there's a reason why he was a first round 17th overall pick. So I like what I'm seeing with him, but I think that the PD line needs to be better. Like, not that they just need to have a little bit better chemistry, and then of course we need someone to chip in. Also, just get on the power play and score. Like, I know it sounds, easier said than done. But like, if they can get on the power play and get a goal there, then the momentum shifts. And I think we got a chance. I mean, listen, in the NHL, which is weird, you can win a game by having one great period. Mm-hmm. It's wild. So here, let's just wait. Let's just wait till the third period. Let's just do it. Let's just in front of our fans. Let's do it.
Well, I think the one thing I would say to you, Rev Trev, is with Reichel coming in, he kind of was in a very similar situation, a little younger than JT Miller. But when we got JT Miller, he was the third line center down in Tampa. People were like, why would you give a third round or first round pick around for a guy who's playing third line center? I mean, we gave a fourth round pick for this guy, so even better of a deal. But now he's coming in and he's shown that he might have more jam in the jar than we thought he did. And if he can turn into something similar to what JT Miller had, because it's funny too, because Reichel said in his draft interview that Petey was one of the guys that he models his game after, especially the defensive side of things. So it should be interesting to see if he can start capturing some of that magic. And I'd love to see that.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what, everyone? I just want to take a big shout out to Russ here. He's grinding every single night. You guys got to just hit the like button. It's free. It's free. Like literally, he won't say it. I'll say it for him. He does incredible work. And I love his passion. I love his hockey knowledge. And I love his positivity. And he does say it like it is too. He's not just candy coating things. But I love your takes. Thank you so much for all your hard work, Russ. You're awesome.
Hey, Rev Trev, I appreciate you coming on the show. If you guys haven't done it yet, I bet you already are, but there is a link in the description for the video. So make sure you go over and give a sub over to Rev Trev, because he is live on a very regular basis, and you're going to get some passionate, realistic, honest content from Mr. Rev Trev. So thank you very much for stopping by tonight, and enjoy the third period, brother.
Thank you. We're going to win this, baby. We're winning tonight. It's going to be 2-1. We're going home. We're all going to be happy, and I'm not going to do a therapy session on my post-game show. We're going to celebrate. So yeah. Shane will be out. We're going to be great. So
go Canucks, go.
Go Canucks, go.
Nothing is perfect.